Good day, good morning, good evening. Wherever thou art in the world. How's everybody? So I have a few questions for today. But some announcements first. What is today? I need to keep up with my days here. Today is Tuesday. So Friday is the first day of the class. And the way it works for those who are going to sign up for the class, or who have signed up for the class, I should say, is we do, on the first class, we're going to do the Fool Through the Wheel of Fortune, and that takes place on Friday. Saturday is the exact same class, so you don't have to show up to that one. You can if you want, but you don't have to. It will be recorded. The Friday class will be recorded. The Saturday will not, but the Friday class will be recorded, and it will be sent to you, so you can have it forever and ever. Watch it back as many times as you want. And the class is 6 weeks. Each class will be recorded, so if you can't make one, no problem. It is recorded and sent to you. We go through the Fool Through the Wheel of Fortune, and then I show you how to do some readings after that. And then your homework is to practice on your own. But this play takes place on Friday, this Friday, September the 2nd. And it starts at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific, and I think 11 Hawaii, something like that. And you do not have to have a Rider-Waite deck, but that is the one we will learn from. As I said before, I recommend the Radiant Rider-Waite because the names are on the bottom of the card as well. That way you don't have to guess at the Roman numeral. And there is, if you don't want that one, you can go to debride.com, which is in the description of the videos, and get a deck from them. And use my discount code TAJ, which gets you 20% off of a deck from them. And I do get a commission for full disclosure. So there's that. And I'll see y'all Friday. Happy days. I'm looking forward to it. I bought a pointer and everything, but I didn't think it was going to be this. I didn't think it was going to be this long. Because I used the ink pen last time. I'm like, I want something official, and this is no, but I'm going to use it anyway. Back here. So that should be fun. Me too, Terry. So when we start in the class, there are, I could be, I have, I think it's an hour and a half or 2 hours, depending on how long we need to go. We can go longer than that if we just had to, but ask any and all questions when we get in the, well, I'll tell you all that when we get there, but Anyway, let's see, where do we start today? Oh, wait. I took a screenshot of a story. I forgot to write it down. Let's see. Screenshot. I might have too many pictures in here. Oh gosh, dang it. There we go. Okay. Got it. We're going to start with Chris Gaetz. I guess is how you say his name. This is Donald Trump's new attorney. He was the former Solicitor General, I believe, of Florida. So he has been added to the Trumpian team when it comes to the documents and things in the FBI investigation. Another person who has not learned from history, apparently. So the question is, what's coming up for him, legally speaking, since he is now one of the attorneys for Donald Trump? I do want to, actually, Joe, I'm going to start this because there is something I want to know about him and these 1,000 posts that he put in his little dilly-dally. Okay. Let's see. Chris Gaetz, what's coming up for you? Let's see. 4 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. It's not the 5 of Cups, so I can't say regret, but there is something that I guess you have resigned yourself to that you are about to. Listen, okay. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I just learn. Learning is good. Learning is good. Nobody knows everything. Everybody has a spot of ignorance or a huge swath of it. But when you, there's a tower now. Okay. The 9 of Wands. Queen of Swords. Page of Wands. I hope you get your... Man. Learn, young man. Learn. See, I didn't even mean to pull all that many. Okay, listen. What's coming up for you? 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords. You're very worried about whatever it is you have resigned yourself to. This thing that you have come to rest upon. Very worried. Because once you get into the thick of it and you start getting details and you realize how big of a mistake this is going to be, because here with Lady Law, with the Queen of Swords, there's your tower. This is not going to work out very well, but this is my thing. You should know that by now. Okay. For those taking the classes, here's a little lesson for right now. The tower. I always say the tower is avoidable. Now, it's not avoidable once it's built, because it's going to crash, but you don't have to start this in the first place. The tower is based upon the Tower of Babel in the Bible. And the Tower of Babel was built so that you can sneak into heaven and get the secrets of God, penetrate the mysteries of God, it says. You don't have to do that. Just say, hey, what do you know that I need to know? That's all you got to do. You ain't got to go through all this. So an example of the tower would be in this situation, to where this lawyer, that lawyer, this lawyer, that lawyer, all got hired by Donald Trump, and now they all need lawyers, and the case is failing. And then you see that, and then build you a tower, and you get hired on to. You can avoid this by, when you see the call from Donald Trump, swipe left. Off to voicemail land you go. Out into the cornfields, young man. That's your tower. You build the tower sometimes. Sometimes it's an accident, sometimes it's, whatever. But our decisions affect this, affect the erect of the tower. And so when you are seeing life in front of you, one lawyer down, another lawyer down, another lawyer down, and you sign up anyway, you did this. This is all you, boo. Nine of Wands, Page of Wands is going to have a very tough time with communications, because you are trying to communicate a garbage disposal. You ever turned one on and then tried to translate to somebody what it's saying? That's what's about to happen. And then the Magician, lies and manipulations. How do we spin this? Because mind you, what he did, everybody saw. Everybody saw it, to the point where they raided him. Everybody saw it. So how do you spin this into something that saves his neck? You can't. Word of warning, Page of Pentacles, contracts and documents and things of that nature. So you're going to have a lot of evidence against you. Word of solace, you still got a way out. There's the Eight of Cups. How does this end? And I mind you, I didn't say how is the case going to end. I'm just saying what's coming for him personally. The Ten of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Again, whatever you resigned yourself to is going to be over. I don't know if you had a long-term plan to represent Donald Trump, but at some point, Ten of Swords. If I were you, I would have just swiped left, like I said. But if I were you, I'd run now. Ten of Swords don't play with nobody. Well, we gonna see. Okay. You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today. Jackson, Mississippi is having a water crisis right now, where their water main broke, the main water main broke, and they may be without water for the foreseeable future, because they don't know when this is going to be prepared or repaired. And it's going to affect about 180,000 people there in Jackson, Mississippi. So will this be fixed in a timely manner? Mind you, this is going to affect, they have taken the kids out of school, putting them back into remote learning because of the water. And this is going to affect, of course, homes. So you can't flush the toilet. There's no running water. So nowhere. The water main broke. They were supplying water through backup pumps, but that's not a thing that will sustain. So they're having a crisis right now. Is this going to be a short-lived crisis, or is this going to be a major thing? Uh-oh. Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords fell out. There's a woman there, or there could be some advice that's not being received. Let's see. Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, Judgment, Page of Swords, Four of Swords, Empress, Queen of Pentacles, the World, the Magician, and Seven of Swords. Then Tower and Two of Swords. This is not short-lived at all. The Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Judgment. Like I said, there's some advice that's not being taken. This could have been advice that was in the past as well, too. The Page of Swords and the Empress. There was a woman who said something about this, or who brought this to the attention, and it was not heeded. There is a strategy here with the Seven of Swords in the end, but the Two of Swords in the Tower, there is no real... The leadership is not the best in this situation either. There's a lot of who shot John, so that means they're talking about other stories when they all get together, or starting to point the fingers and blame and that type of thing. But I don't see this over quickly. Get the World card. There's a whole cycle that has to play out here. We'll see. Old Jackson. So Donald Trump, let's do a mental check, because he apparently he's having a meltdown over there on the Truth Social, which Google and Android still has not approved to actually be on the Play Store, because they said it's a lack of oversight and moderation, as in they don't have any moderators for the content moderation. Well, the most unhinged tweeter of all time is over there, so I'm pretty sure they don't want any oversight. So let's see. Mental check. Mental check. Is he losing his mind? The walls are closing in, so is he losing his mind? 1, 0, 5, 6. Let's see. The Three of Wands. He's looking for it. Get the bloodhounds. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, there's more coming, because this is technology here for me with the Wheel of Fortune. It's also time. And the Three of Wands is anticipation. Something's coming. So there's more. He's about to have another round. There's the Hangman, the Ten of Wands, the Hermit. Yes. He's spinning in isolation too. I think, well, mind you, this is the type of person that you need to keep busy. Like the child who is destructive if they get bored, you know, the idle minds, the devil's play shop type of thing. So the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Some more is coming. Some more round of messages. I guess they're not tweets. The Hangman and the Hermit. This is a lot of sacrifice and loneliness and frayed thinking. So he's wandering the dark. And the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups and the Ten of Wands. His relationships are extremely strained because he's lashing out now. He's lashing out. Now, mind you, that doesn't say that here. I'm adding lashing out just for full disclosure, because that's what he does. So, but his relationships are strained. And then I guess I should say you can imagine why, but his relationships are strained. Burdened, even. But there's more coming. He feels pressured. The Ten of Wands is pressure. But it's like pressure you can't move out from under. But at the same time, it's kind of, oh, and the Fool on the bottom. It's kind of it's a burden of your own making, though. The person in the Ten of Swords is choosing to carry the Ten of Wands, Freudian slip, is choosing to carry the wands that way. You don't have to. But we'll see. What else do I have? Will Truth Social be shut down now that it can no longer be streamed through Android devices? Well, let's see. The Magician and the Five of Wands fell out. Okay. And the Strength. They may overcome some way, somehow. The Six of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Sun. They may mind you, I said this last time too. For whatever reason, they're trying to attract different names or bigger names to Truth Social. It's almost like they understand that depending on Donald Trump is not the way to go. There's going to be a change in plan. This is not soon, though. This is going to be somewhere in the future, because right now Donald Trump is still at the forefront. But they eventually will overcome that. Eventually. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to go into out of politics for a second here. Oh, no, one more first. The Jan 6 says they want to focus on, at least Kinzinger said, where the money for funding Jan 6 came from. What will they find? Will they find where the money came from? Or this is going to be circling arguments? Can anything even be done about such a thing? Let's see. What will they find? And what will they do with what they find? Let's see if we can get that too. Let's see. So we have the Page of Swords and the Seven of Cups. That's a lot to try to get through. The Page of Swords is the spy. Something's been covered up, negative news, that type of thing, liars. And the Seven of Cups is confusion, but it's kind of confusion on purpose too. When you couple it with the Page of Swords, somebody is trying to make something muddy. So like I said, this is just going to be a circular thing. Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So there's your finance. There's a paper trail. Queen of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. There's a very well-connected woman as well with the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles here too. There's a very, 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 very connected, well-connected woman. There's the Devil too, because why not? Very well-connected woman. She has very evil intent. Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. There's two women. Both of them are connected by very large companies, but both are wealthy in their own right. As they both are surrounded by the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So there's two someones There's two women here. Not that they're just the only ones, but there's two women here who are very well connected with the Ten of Pentacles, but very wealthy in their own right. With the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, they entered into a lot of agreements. And so, like I said, there is a paper trail. Now, the paper trail may not be something that you can snatch from them. It could be like personal bank accounts and things of that nature. So you would have to have a reason to go and subpoena somebody's bank accounts or, that type of thing. But there's two women here, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, very well connected, very wealthy. Both have evil intent with the devil. They control with their money as well, with the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Okay. So they will find something. I don't see any actions done, though, because this is very hard to do. Two of Pentacles kind of off balance, and the Page of Swords, not much is being done at the moment, we'll say. But we'll see. I don't know. I've never done or had that. Hi, Mickey. I've never had that reading where a woman was going to bring down Trump. That was somebody else's reading, I guess. Now, mind you, in the age of Aquarius, I guess maybe it's just a feminine energy, and that's when he goes down, is in the age of the feminine energy. But now, mind you, everybody he seems to run across too, at least the women kind of take a shot at him and get something done, like Nancy with the impeachments, and then homegirl up in New York, what's the name? Letitia. Okay, out of politics. At least for right now. Tabitha Brown versus the Food Network. Tabitha Brown is a chef, I guess, or a cook, however you want to say. They are different things, but anyway, semantics. She got a prime time show with the Food Network. She's a vegan, so she was going to be a vegan show. And they took her show and placed it in the place where shows go to die. So her time slot changed to a whole completely different one. And it seems that they may have written her off. She put out a post saying that I'm not for sale and nobody is going to change me and this and this and this and this. So what happened there? Now, she is a black woman. So when I hear the words, I'm not for sale and nobody's going to change me, it makes me think they wanted you to behave a certain way, because Tabitha Brown is very sweet, very soft-spoken, so forth and so forth. So she's not loud, she's not abrasive, she ain't ghetto, and there you go, all that stuff. But what I want to know is what happened there. She's also, she has a certain look too, so maybe that's what it was. I don't know. What happened? What changed? Tabitha Brown and the Food Network. What changed? If we get the Emperor. Yeah, and that's that. When she got Wendy Williams together, she didn't cuss her out. Many people could have, but she didn't do it. The Two of Wands, there's the plans, and the Queen of Pentacles, there's the woman. So there's Tabitha there. The Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Fool, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of pentacle energy here. Two of Wands and the woman. So right there, there's the plans for her. The Fool and the Nine of Pentacles. There was an image change, because there's your image. That's what we were looking for too. So you get the Knight of Cups. There's the image, and then the Knight of Swords. This is a bit erratic. Also, bravery and chivalry too. But the Hermit is isolation, sort of wandering. There was an image change that they wanted to do. What kind? Because this feels like, okay, with the Fool and the Nine of Pentacles, this feels like there was a situation where she had to appear not knowledgeable, or had to appear, I don't want to say dumber, because that's not what I want to say, but she had to downplay something. Like it had to be, I don't know. She had to downplay something, like how her capabilities were not supposed to be realized, because there's other people involved here that are supposed to look more. I don't know if she was going to have like guests and they looked more competent than she did at what she was doing, or smarter people were supposed to prevail, is how they wanted it. And her image was supposed to change. Or she was supposed to be Grandma Moses' Aunt Jemima type sweet, to where she was over apologetic or something. She had to be downplayed for some reason. And now, mind you, she's not like militant black, so I don't understand the downplay part, but she had to be downplayed. That's what I get. Well, there you go. That's what I mean, but we had this conversation, Tres Leche. This is what they did to Inyana Van Zandt. Is she was Inyana Van Zandt, and then next thing you know, she's with Barbara Walters, and she's like Oprah Light is how she was supposed, but that's not who she is. Anyway, Matt Chandler. Matt Chandler is a pastor. Now he didn't do well. I won't say he didn't do nothing wrong. Let me read. Where's the mouse? So I don't click the whole thing off. Think it's the hair. Okay. Matt Chandler is the lead pastor of Village Church. It's a mega church. It's like in Dallas, I think, or something like that. He has been suspended. I guess he's kind of stepped down and pulled back and that type of thing because of a inappropriate relationship. The way they put it in the headlines, an inappropriate relationship with a woman who was not his wife. Now, mind you, that's clickbait, because when you read the thing, it's not really all that juicy. So what was happening, he's married, and the woman he was talking to is also married. The husband knows of this conversation. His wife knows of this conversation. So ain't nothing hidden right now. Everybody knows of the conversation that everybody is having. Okay, you start there. But he said, because he went out and said the relationship was not romantic or sexual or nothing like that, but it was unguarded and unwise. and it included coarse and foolish joking that is unbefitting of someone in my position. This was on Instagram. They were DMing each other back and forth, having a coarse conversation. So he hasn't stepped down, but he's taken a leave of absence. That's what they call it. Was that necessary? That's what I want to know. Because here's my thing. Because the village elders and all that stuff, they all came to say this is a good idea. Because in his position, what he basically needs to learn to do is to use social media generically. You don't need to try to spark little relationships, and you don't need to be going back and forth like, girl, did you see Game of Thrones last night? So you don't need to be doing that back and forth with nobody and all this here. Go and say Sunday services at 10 a.m. See you soon, that type of thing, and leave it there or whatever. So was this necessary? Was this something that would have spun out of control, or course? Because they were making jokes back and forth, and they were probably, I guess non-religious jokes. I guess they were having a coarse conversation, and the jokes that they were making back and forth were unnecessary for a person in his position. I mean, was this necessary? Was this something that was harmful to him and his relationships, potentially? Because where was this going? Because if all you're doing is back and forth with somebody that's in the church, mind you, and mind you, like I said, his wife knows about the conversation and that woman's husband knows about it, so nothing's hidden. They're just having a conversation that's not pleasant for church folks, I guess. So the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So there are some sexual jokes. He said it was not a sexual conversation. Well, no, the relationship was not sexual, so he talked about somebody tiggle bitties, I guess. So you do have the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. There was one or two that might have had a little. Okay. So Temperance and the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Yes, it was something he needed to move away from. The Judgment, the Eight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, it was something he needed to move away from, because the thing is, the pastor is always a target for people who don't know how to differentiate between nice and flirtatious. Oh, the pastor hugs me every Sunday. He gives me the best hugs. That don't mean he like you like that. Just means he's probably an affectionate person. He's always the target. When a pastor told me a long time ago that three things, what did he see? Well, I forgot what the third one was, but money and women are number two, and the third one, whatever. But those are the two things that a pastor always has to watch out for, is money and women. Because he's always the target. Never mind the deacons, because they sleep with everybody too. But but here you have the Eight of Pentacles, so there's your work. The Knight of Wands, for me, that is conquest of some sort. The Temperance and the Six of Swords. For moderation and balance sake, yes, you do need to move forward and move on, because although this was joking, in your coarse jokes, at some point, those coarse jokes get into personal details. And so you may be talking about oh, I can tell when brother such and such doesn't wear underwear, and then y'all start talking about his underwear, and then you start talking about what's in the pastor's underwear, and that type of thing. And so it can easily go in the wrong direction really fast. 3 of Pentacles, stop the collaborative effort. 3 of Swords, because it's going to be very harmful to your relationships. 8 of Cups, walk away from it. Because mind you, they said he's taking a leave of absence, not just to go sit down. He's going to go through training. Now, he ain't 15. He's going to go through training. So, yes, it is something that he needs to back away from, and she do too. These children in these churches. All right. Serena Williams is set to retire. What are the mental effects of her retirement? Let's see. For someone who competed at a high level for so long, and now you're not doing it anymore. What is going to be the mental effects of her retirement? Is she just ready for it and let me go get somewhere and sit down? Or is this going to be a big deal for her? Let's see. Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. So yeah, the work here is quite a, it's going to be a very heavy effect. It's going to be a very heavy effect, whether she realizes it now or not. The Justice and the Magician, but it will be a good thing. Justice and the Magician, it will balance out, and you will actually discover other talents, especially, well, not discover, well, she has talents that she knows of already, but she'll have a lot of time to put into them, and you will see other projects out of her as well, some that take a long time to develop, so maybe even like a film, or she might be producing, or some sort of school, or something like that. She's got something really big that takes a lot of effort to come up with. The Page of Cups and the King of Swords, King of Cups, 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups in the Judgment. It will be a good thing. She will have to see it that way at first, which will take some time, but eventually, yes. Did somebody say she was trying to have another baby? Oh, so this may be it here. Trying to expand the family. The Page of Cups. Page of Cups is the happy emotional news, like pregnancies and things of that nature. So, and then the 10 of Cups. So there's trying to expand the family. And there's a man here, though, in your word of warning. I don't know who, but it's an older man of some sort. But it'll be good in the long run. Okay, back in the mud. Here we go. Oh, wait. I had a comment that I started. Are Republican governors stealing from their state? Desantis received billions to help people in housing and rental crisis in 2020 as of 2021. It disappeared 14%. Okay. I'm going to ask about him specifically then. Is he stealing from the coffers? I'm going to ask it this way. Is DeSantis pouring money for Florida into his campaign? Funneling money meant for Florida into his campaign. Is he stealing from his own state? 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. The 7 of Pentacles, there's your investments there. And the 6 of Cups, there could be some nostalgia, could be some innocence as well. But The Sun, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Moon. The Moon is hidden. It's treacherous. This is also an effort to muddy the water, make something disappear. And it's something for like big things. Like yes is the answer, but they're not trying to explain it. It's, let's say for instance you get money for, well, I don't need for instance, for housing, for education, for something big, or tax breaks for something that you get kickbacks on, because this is also could be corporations with the Ten of Pentacles, something really big, really large. Also something to have to do with children as well. So an investment for children. So I don't know if they have some sort of investment campaign that went for children, but there's that too. But it's not just him. It's like a partnership thing with the Two of Cups and the Sun. So yes, to answer the question. Let's see. If Trump is convicted, how would that affect politics? Ooh. So what effect would a Trump conviction have upon politics? Because mind you, the thing that was sort of saving him is we have never charged a sitting president. We have never charged a former president. We have never indicted a sitting president. We've never sitting president. So this changes things, because your title is going to mean little. Now, wait a minute. First of all, though, look how far it had to go before anybody did anything, though. Like him in the I can shoot somebody in Times Square and not get in trouble type thing. Okay. I can compromise national security and the national security of many countries around the world, and then somebody might do something. Like, it took a lot to even get here. And mind you, he still hasn't been charged, just got raided. But if he is convicted, what effect would that have on politics? Let's see. The Ace of Swords and the Moon. Interesting. Truth. It inspires a lot more cover-up. There's your truth and your clarity, your victories, triumphant. And there's the Moon trying to cover something up, trying to make it look less conspicuous. The Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. There is working to support. So you will see more groups formed as well. The Death and the Eight of Cups. You will see actually a lot more people leave politics. The Two of Swords, the High Priestess. Yes, it will. And the High Priestess and the Hermit. Yeah. And the Moon. You'll see a lot more attempts to cover up. More so than we have now. A lot more attempts to cover up. There's your hidden, your isolation, your darkness. There's your secrets. And then there's your treachery. Making it muddy. The Emperor and the Word of Warning, especially was at the top. But you will also have a lot of people leaving, too. Leaving or not getting in it at all. Because no one's untouchable at that moment. But we'll see. We shall see. Curiosity, as it is. House conservatives. If they gain the House, they want to impeach Joe Biden. for the way he handled the pandemic, and it was like two or three other things. I forget because it's all stupid. So what is the likelihood of a Joe Biden impeachment? Mind you, the way he handled the pandemic, they want to impeach. The way he handled it. See, the problem is he's got the, capital GSD, get shit done type of thing going on, and they don't like it. Because every time a Democrat gets elected, he has to play 2 years of cleaning up mess first, while simultaneously trying to run a whole country, getting stuff actually done. Anyway, 6 of Wands, there's a person, center of attention. The 6 of Cups, 6 of Swords, innocence and moving on. And then what is the likelihood? 7 of Swords, there's a scheme. 5 of Pentacles, out in the cold. No likelihood. What do you do with these people, Jesus? Pourquoi? I'll skip that one for now. I'll skip that. We won't do that one at all. So let's go back to that. Matt Gaetz is still being investigated. Why? Or the investigation is still ongoing. I should have a shirt if my mouth don't say it, my face will. Because here's my thing. If Matt Gaetz is innocent, case over. Why is he still being investigated? Why is this still ongoing? Is evidence being turned up? Are there more people to talk to? The 8 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. I think there's still some missing stuff here too. The Page of Pentacles, there's still missing evidence. The pages are news of some sort, news about something, or some sort of documents that are tied to money. And those monies are tied to possessions sometimes as well. So like a title to a car or a deed to a house. Those pieces of paper mean something or worth something. And so there could be purchases like a paper trail or something like that too. There's something also about heavy partying, but he was like the host of something. And there's still details, 7 of Cups and the Moon. There's still details on that need to be uncovered. There's like a pool party type of thing, and it's not necessarily, well, it's not illegal to hold the party. There was just things there that should not have been there, like underage things. The 5 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. There's also something tied to his job too. So he may have had a instance where his little show and tell on the House floor or Senate floor was not a one-off type of thing, where he may have violated some sort of terms of service agreement or something in his contract or work about nudie pictures going all around, because the word of warning too is the Four of Wands. So there could be a house or administration there. Seven of Pentacles, there's still evidence to get through. And the King of Wands, there's your investigator. So there's still some investigation happening because there's still some things missing. But there's also something tied to his job specifically that they want to pin down too. Okay, we shall see. So since we did the mental checkup for their president, what is his current biggest worry? What is the current biggest worry of Donald John Trump? The current biggest worry for Donald John Trump. The current biggest worry. Two of Swords, not knowing what to do. I think it's the FBI. Oh, there's the Fool. Yeah, I told you something else is coming with them tweets or whatever he pulls. Running out of diapers. I ain't playing with you. This is a bad place for a Gemini to be, speaking as a Gemini. It's a place we're in often because we're indecisive, at least some of us are. And the Fool is not prone to make good decisions. That's why it's the Fool. This is a person who leaps off the cliff without the details. And so he's in his mind and it's spinning. This is why I always say your brain is your greatest asset and your worst enemy. It'll figure everything out in the world you want it to figure out, or it will spin the same ridiculous thought over and over and over again. And so right now he is trapped in his thoughts. He is worried something about the Ace of Pentacles and the Hermit, people looking through opportunities that he had that may have been tied to money. The Knight of Wands and the Death, a change in residence as well. The Three of Pentacles, collaborations. King of Cups is in the word of warning, and the Empress. So his current biggest worry is a collaboration, because that's about to hit the fan and he knows it for some reason or another, because it may be tied to those documents or tied to the raid or tied to something. But it's very new, this Empress. A collaboration of some sort. Three of Pentacles, that's what's in the environment. Word of warning is a man. He has a collaboration with some man. That is going to cause some sort of problem. A new problem, should I say, or a compounding problem. Thank you, Taylor. Selling something. Yes. All right. Now let's do one more here. We'll end on a happy note. Joe Biden What is the next victory, I guess I should say, coming for Joe Biden? What's the next thing that he's going to get done? Let's see. The Seven of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, the Knight of Cups, the Judgment, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, King of Cups, and the High Priestess. Something about intelligence, community, or defense. Something secretive, though. Something very, very, very positive, very good luckish with the Wheel of Fortune is coming that way. Judgment and the Chariot. I know the former Secret Service guy is going to go testify to the Gen 6 committee. The Cappuccino guy? What's his name? He's going to go talk, but there's something that hasn't do Biden necessarily, but there's something with defense or security. Secret Service even, because I get the High Priestess is how it ends. So it's something secret or secretive or undercover or something with passwords and passcodes. And then he shows up in the word of solace. The word of warning is the Queen of Cups. There's something about support that he may not have, but he does not need. But in the Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, keeping it to yourself. So this is something to do with defense or Secret Service or security. It's a very good thing, though. Whatever it is, it becomes quite strong. All right. So I will see y'all tomorrow again. For those who I sent the emails out and all that stuff, the class starts this Friday at 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2 Pacific, 3 Mountain, 4 Central, and 5 Eastern. And it is a 6-week class. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.